Hello guys, welcome to this channel. My name is Geoffrey J. Zumba and this is JJ Code channel. I am going to be showing you an example simple C++ program that will help you understand how we can create a menu driven program using switch case statement and a function. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to create my new project. And I'm going to call it I'm going to call it uh, menu driven program, like that. Okay, now that I have that, I will view my management. Okay, so there we have it. We have our C++ program right here. So I'm going to create a very simple menu driven program that will allow the user to choose among us a few options. For example, this is how I want the menu to be displayed. It's going to be something like send money to deposit. Let me say withdraw money. Then the third one is going to be buy airtime. Then the fourth is going to be exit. Okay, so this is how the menu is going to be, and I want to make sure that this program is very simple, such that if the user enters 1, it's just going to print a message saying sending money. That's if the user enters 1. And if the user enters 2, I want the user to say the program to display a message saying withdrawing money. Similarly, if the user enters 3, I want the system to display buying airtime. Then if the user enters 4, I want the system to just terminate and close. Alright, so let's go ahead and create our program. Okay, so to do that, I will just go above the main function and create my own main function, which I'm going to call void, and I'm going to call it menu. So this will allow me to create a menu that is going to hold all the prompt messages for this menu, like this. All these, I want them to be in a menu. So what we will do is simply say cout, put a bunch of cout statements, sorry about that, a bunch of cout statements, and I will say 1 is send money. Then I will duplicate that. This one is withdraw money. Then the third one is buy airtime. Then the fourth is exit. Okay, so now that I have this menu inside my main function here, I have nothing. So you will see that if I happen to run my program, I will still have nothing displaying on the console screen, simply because I did not call my menu function. So to show how we can display this menu function, I'll just call this menu function by simply saying menu, then put a set of parentheses and a semicolon. This line right here is called function call. So I am simply calling this function right here so that it can execute. So now that in line 14 I have called that function, I can simply just run this program and I will be able to see my menu being printed up there. Okay, so now we want the user to be able to select amongst these menu options and be able to be given a printout statement in line with whatever option that they have selected. So to do that, I'm simply going to say cout. I can say enter your option, like that. Then I will see in the option that the user will enter, or we can call it choice. Then, having done this, I need to create a variable that is going to hold the option. This option is going to be an integer simply because all these options 1, 2, 3, 4, they are all integers. So now if I run my program, you will see that it will be able to print a menu and allow the user to say enter your option. So I can enter my option by saying 3, but the option is not going to do anything. Otherwise the program is just going to close if I choose any option. Okay, so now this is where we're going to use the switch statement to make sure that the system is able to scrutinize among us the user's options that they will enter. So to do that, I'm just simply going to say switch. Then we're simply switching among us the options that the user is entering, and the switch statement has got the keyword switch. Then inside the parentheses we have what what variable is holding the user's option or value. So now in the body of the switch statement, we are going to switch amongst the cases. So we're simply saying case 1, then we put a full colon. So it means if the user entered the option 1, what we want to do is simply see out you are sending money. So that is supposed to be in between like that. Then I need to break like that. So this is inside the switch statement. So what I'm doing here, I'm saying in case the user enters 1, I just want to print out sending money. Then the break statement here means I just want to send money and do nothing apart from that. So we can also go ahead and say case 2, in case the user enters the option 2, that is withdrawing money. So I will simply say withdrawing money. So sorry about that, withdrawing money. Okay, then I will just break like that. So this is what it means. If the user enters 1, I just want to send money and break. Break means don't do anything in this switch statement, just jump out of the switch statement and just come down here. Then it means if it breaks, case 2 won't be attended to, only case 1 will be attended to. And if the user enters 2, only case 2 is going to be attended to and we will break. So we are going to do the same for case 3. So for case 3 there we have see out buying airtime like that, then we will break. So we have exhausted the 3 most important options of our menu. Now we are left off exiting our menu. So what we will do is we'll simply say case 4. What do we do case 4? Case 4 we just want to exit. So to do that, we're just going to say exit, then we'll put an integer called 1. So here this will allow our program to just terminate immediately. Then we don't really need to break, but we will just put it for safety, and now our program is almost done. So now if we run this program, we will see that it will display the menu and it will allow the user to enter their option. So let's try to enter 1. If we enter 1 and click enter, it's saying sending money. So if we do anything, the program closes itself. Then we enter 2, it says withdrawing money. If we do anything, it closes. If we do the same, enter 3, it says buying airtime. So we have managed to create a menu-driven program. Then if we enter 4, what happens? The program just does nothing and it terminates. So we have achieved the operations of this switch statement. But now, what if the user enters 5? 5 is not amongst the options that we want the user to select in our menu. So we can handle that, because if we do that, it does nothing. So we can handle that by creating a default case by simply saying default without any value and simply saying invalid option. Invalid option. So once we do this, we are simply showing that if the user enters any value that is not amongst these cases that we are handling here, then the default should be invalid option. So let's try to run our program once again, then try to enter an option that is not amongst these values here, like 9. It's simply saying invalid option. Okay, so we can see that it's saying invalid option and it closes. Now, this is not 100% complete because every time we enter an option, the program has to close and we run the program again and we choose another option, we close and run. But we don't want to do that. We would want our program to iterate. We want our program to go continuously and print out the menu every time we are done with the operation for sending. Again, it just generates the menu again and that allows you to enter the options. So that is going to be handled in part 2 of this series, and thank you very much for watching, and make sure that you watch the next video. So this is the code. We have the menu, we have the int main function, we have the int option that is going to hold the option, then we call our function, we allow the user to enter the option, then we switch amongst the user's option. So thank you very much for watching this video, and please subscribe and like